This presentation is not meant to change your view of reality, but simple to show a new perspective of understanding based on ancient teachings that still exist and can be found by any dedicated person. While watching this video, do it with an open mind and use of your own discernment and conclusions. The source of reality. What is reality? Why we have this feel that something not add up or is wrong. Reality is a dream-like perception where we are the ones dreaming. Since we don't have a fully understand of the dream, we can't control the dream or reality. This way, the dream control us. In other words, we don't have control of our lives, which is the dream itself. The only way to take control of the dream, or to become a lucid dreamer, is awakening the dreamer inside the dream. While it appears to be a complicated concept to understand, it is really simple. Reality works like a mirror or a TV set, but what are we seeing in this mirror? That's the $1 million question, isn't? Well, you are seeing yourself. You are seeing your own reflection in this mirror, but in a reverse way. In other words, you are seeing you from inside out. All things we see here in the real world are in fact inside you, but you are not seeing it as material forms, but rather in a mathematical format. Reality works like a projector for the mind. The mind sees it by a complex codification and decodification, using mathematics as a base concept. All people you see are part of this dream, same as you. If you have watched the movie Inception, then this concept will be easy for you to understand. We are in a shared dream, or a big screen where your mind creates imprints from our thoughts. We see the same things in the screen because inside the screen exists a predetermined set of instructions or blocks of code which will be interpreted by our brain, which are known as monads or archetypes. The pineal gland. The pineal gland is inside our brains, in the middle of the brain hemispheres, on the backside of our brain. Crazy as it may sound, the pineal is the first thing that is created when a fetus is conceived and his body grows around it. At this point, it's quite obvious what the pineal gland really is, right? The pineal gland is the remains of the spermatozoa that entered the female egg at the point of the insemination process. It creates the last layer of our brain, or the neocortex. In ancient times, it was seen as a snake. Almost all religions talk about the tree of life and the serpent. What they are really talking about are not some type of religious or mystical history. The tree of life is inside our brain. It is the cerebellum, where the snake or serpent came from. The pineal gland is where our perception of reality came from. It works decodificating light into codes. Those codes are then interpreted by our brain as images, or things we see and touch here in the real world. The torus field. The dream we are experiencing right now have rules and laws. The two main laws that regulates the environment of the dream are the electric and magnetic rules. They must work together and in perfect synchrony. This way the dream environment will work and be seen without any problems. To be able to see reality, we need some optical reflector that will reflect the thoughts into the screen or world. The eyes are both a projector and a screen at the same time. Inside our eyes, we can see in the iris some kind of funny objects floating around. If you try to track them, you will realize that they are quite hard to follow and make a stable vision of it. They will keep running from your focus of view. Those structures are known as eye floaters, and we don't know what they really are, nor why we see them. Ancient civilizations of a pre-Diluvian reality do believe those structures to be the real source behind reality. It is told by shamans and other ancient teachings that when we sleep or die, is there inside those structures that we go. The same happens when we astral travel. Applying this concept is easy now to fully understand how reality really works. We are seeing what the pineal gland is showing us is a decoding process of information that came through light. The concept of the Ouroboros show us a simple way to understand it. A snake eating itself. In other words, a snake looking at himself. Time and space. Understanding the concept of the toroidal field, which is in reality two black holes, and how our dream is created by mathematics and geometry, will be quite obvious that the concept of time and space should be understood under the same principle. Time is not something that happens by its own. We are not running or living under limits of time. Time is created by the action of see. We create time by seeing through space. Space is determined by the geometric data or source code that comes from the black hole of the toroidal field. The sum of those geometric sides of an object will determine the amount of time it can store or support. So we create time by looking at all sides of a determined geometric object. White sun and the black sun. The toroidal field which creates our reality is composed by two black holes or holy places. Those black holes have different properties and are opposite to one another, but together they work as a dynamo or a reactor. When one of those holes are out of sync, the whole electromagnetic field is affected in a negative way. Ancient teachings and data then can be found still today, talks about a time when the moon was not there in the sky, the sun did not move, and even about an entirely different sun. Today in our modern version of the dream, we can see that something is not right. We are not able anymore to wake up from the dream, not even know that we are dreaming, because the field, this electromagnetic field, is out of sync. When this happens, the earth and our bodies became also out of sync. In the next video, we will examine and understand how and why this happens and what can be done to fix this and put things together. Thanks for watching, and until next time.